Good evening, I'm Jamie Haymaker here at Shinobi 4 at Liverpool Olympia. I'm here with none other than Ian M16 Butlin and John Kavanagh. How you doing, John?
Haymaker. I'm here with John Haystacks.
What a great start.
What a perfect start, being bullied off John Kavanagh.
Yeah, well,
so,
you
John,
can expect a professional interview from, two professional. Yeah. I was going to say athletes then, but I'm far from an athlete these days.
I was just going to say, you two are still both in the lightweight division.
We could both make it. Give us a good opponent. At least 300 pounds.
The right money. Yeah,
good ticket deal.
300 quid and a £10 a ticket deal. And 2 weeks' notice. That's it.
So tell us a little bit about how you guys know each other.
Oh, fuck,
well, we trained together for. I bet. Did we first train together? I came over to Ireland. I think I did some.
I probably met you on the English circuit, like at an English show.
I first remember grappling John at a cage rage backstage at a cage rage event.
That's right.
I think that's the first time we had a grapple. I think.
But we just hit it off. We both had a similar attitude. Just enjoyed the sport. Wasn't too
similar
concerned.
weight we were at the time.
He was lighter than me.
I was 66.
He was 66. I was
John was
lightweight.
70. Yeah, so
we had the same mindset. We just enjoyed combat sports for the sake of it. There was no UFC career then. It was just do a couple of fights and meet the same friends at on the circuit. And
every show you went to the same nice group of people that you got on with and stuff. It was just a
traveling circus, And I've been to his gym and he's been over to my gym teaching, and we've been friends for.
And with Dave Roach.
We've been friends for about 20 kilos now.
Yeah, I think it's more than that.
So, John, obviously you've got quite a lot going on outside of Shinobi. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the minute with your SPG team.
Yeah, well, like I said, when me and Ian were doing this a long time ago, there was no career, or we didn't know what we were going to do. It's hard to actually put yourself in the mindset of back then. It wasn't like we were thinking, well, if this in 10 years UFC will be big, so let's open a gym and let's try and train fighters.
I've got to make sure I get 5 wins in a row, or it was just let's fight. You want to fight someone? So yeah, I'll do that. I'll fight him.
It was just purely for fun, and then it sort of happened by accident around, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves here now. I've got a pretty successful gym, and obviously everybody knows Conor McGregor, but
John seems quite successful. He's got a few guys in the UFC and that. And obviously I went on to doing the commentating stuff, get to travel around the world with M1, doing a job I love. I'm getting paid to do something I love, which is exactly like John is. So it's like we started off doing something that we love.
We started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
Got my whole crew with me too.
How much fun is it on the road with Conor?
He's a eccentric character. Obviously I've known him 10 years now, and I know Ian has met him throughout the years. He's always just been that way. He's just a good laugh, Like Paddy Houlihan. You should interview Paddy Houlihan today. I just love being in his company. Just being around a stand-up comic 24/7. Just great energy, and it's the same as when we were all hanging out back in the day. It was just a laugh. It was a laugh, and we particularly enjoyed punching each other around and grappling, and that's just how it all caught on,
One of your international teammates as well, Carl Tanswell, is here tonight. We've got a good relationship with Carl. Tell us a little bit about Carl and his training over in the UK.
I met Carl a good few years ago as well. I actually met Matt Thornton first. We're both in the Straight Blast gym. And Matt said to me, can you come over to Manchester? It's my first time meeting Carl. I don't really know about him. I knew of Carl, but I'd never met him. So we both arrived in this train, and this dodgy-looking guy with a leather jacket on was waiting there. Carl looks kind of intimidating, and he brought us to this. He put me up in this hotel, which he does to everybody the first time for a laugh. It's a well-known transvestite hotel. So I was kind of looking around, a lot of big girls here, And then I went to the mat, and the first time I rolled with me, removed my foot and handed it to me. And since then, we've been best friends.
He's one hell of a coach, isn't he?
He's absolutely fantastic. I've always said it, and I'll say it again. He's been my role model. And throughout the years, as I was, getting my amateur team together and then eventually professional, I was always harassing Carl for information. He's the mad scientist, There's not a book he doesn't have on the topic, and he's been a great mentor to me.
For me, one of the things with Carl Tanswell is, I grew up in Huddersfield, so we're in the next village, and I had guys like Bob Sykes and Tony Sykes, who had Martial Arts Illustrated, which is the old martial arts magazine before MMA even really existed. And Carl Tanswell was always a big part of that, and you can see, for me, Carl's progression from every single thing that's been, sort of the top end of martial arts, even before MMA. Yeah. I think Carl's always been there. He's always been the leading guy at that, and it's nice to see, and he's such a friendly guy. When you see him, you'd never think it, but he has probably been at the top end of every single bit of the
It's
martial
funny
arts.
as well,
for
like,
talking for
you know,
years.
nowadays, obviously, you know, if you want to go learn techniques, you can go onto YouTube. But back then, I used to collect the MAI and cut out Carl's sections. So I had them in a folder, like, you know, like he'd have like you said, cutting edge sections on stand-up or strength and conditioning, diet, and so on, you know, and the master weight cutter here as well. I got a lot of information from him.
Yeah. Well, that's like I said, I make
2 weeks.
66 in 2 weeks.
Not anymore. Yeah,
Look at that.
obviously.
Lack of confidence.
I
Bigger.
was gonna say.
Even bigger and make it.
He'll definitely make heavyweight now, easily. He'll have to cut to heavyweight now, but he'll get there. He'll get there.
Ask him another question.
Be professional.
So it's your first time down at Shinobi. What are your thoughts on it and your experience so far?
I'm blown away. I'm gonna write something about this tomorrow, because this has been since I've been to pretty much every show, UFC included, and this blows it out of the water in how they're treating the athletes. You know, we were picked up in a 200 grand Americas when we arrived, and really nice hotel, and the backstage there is full of refreshments and fruit, and it's a lot of promoters say it, but he's genuinely running a show for the fighters.
Fantastic. Well, absolutely lovely to meet you, John. Have a great show.
You too, sir.
Not so much you, Ian.
I don't care, I just like having a chat with John.